This story just came across my Google News feed. It's from Phone Arena. And this has to do with one of the most customer unfriendly things that you will ever see. We know the story all too well. A wireless network builder, cell phone service seller, phone carrier, you pick, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, used to be Sprint, all that. These companies are so rotten to the core. Like they will never, ever change. Verizon is looking for a change to a policy that was put in place all the way back in 2008. And this actually goes back, I think, through like 2007 when it was initially put in place. So the history on it is Verizon wanted to get this 700 megahertz spectrum, what ended up becoming basically the industry leading cell coverage in the country was Verizon's Band 13. Anyways, this spectrum that Verizon was able to secure in this deal came at a cost, came at an agreement in which Verizon they are obligated in agreement, have their phones that they sell to customers unlocked. This was in place in 2008, and now Verizon wants to completely remove this policy. Now, the entity that put this policy in place, that negotiated this, was the FCC. And that policy was actually modified, I want to say back in like 2018 or something. Verizon was actually able to pull this off. They requested to the FCC to have a short locked period in which Verizon would lock the phones for the first 60 days in order to prevent fraud or to slow down fraud at with their business. So, first of all, Verizon already violated the policy. Second of all, they're now trying to get rid of the policy altogether. I have no sympathy for Verizon. Verizon benefited huge by having this policy in terms of their gain from the policy. Remember, their gain was getting the 700 megahertz low band spectrum, that far-reaching frequency that became legendary for covering and smothering the whole country with a cell signal from Verizon. I mean, think about the share. Verizon literally has the most customers, to this day, has the most customers on their network, right? Known as the most reliable, most available network. To their benefit, right, through all of that. But they don't want to hold up their end of the bargain. They already violated the policy once. They're trying to violate it altogether. I'm going to take this one step further. I believe that because Verizon has to have their phones unlocked, I think the other carriers should too. I'm always going to advocate for the consumer. That's my position. I don't care what anybody says. I don't really give a damn. I will always be consumer focused. I'm always fighting for the customer. I am a customer. So, Verizon, you made your bed, so sleep in it. You agreed to the policy and the terms. Fuck you. I also want to say to the other carriers, your asses should have to unlock your phones too after 60 days or have them completely unlocked or whatever. Customers should be able to go to whatever carrier they want. They're the ones spending the money for the service. They bought the phones from you, but now they're their phones. Now, if there's some kind of a different agreement structure, the carriers want to do, hey, this is a lease. No longer installment plans. You got to give us this phone back if you're going to leave. Like, go ahead and change how you do business then. Do what's good for your business, but you're not going to screw over the customer. You're not going to violate policies. That's a can of worms. You're opening Pandora's box. And of course, surprise, surprise, the carrier is trying to get it over. I'll tell you what, Verizon, go ahead and give that 700 megahertz back to Google because they were going to take it anyways. Go ahead and give it back. Go ahead and disable Band 13 across the entire country. Let's see how that works out for your network. Hey, I got good ideas. I got solutions. Oh, and just as a reminder, for all the carriers violating agreements, violating, deals that they made, consumer-friendly protections and policies, another fuck you for you. You can go to hell. This is why I hate these corporations. To all the clowns out there that defend these corporations for doing the evil things that they do, lying, cheating, and stealing, all in the name of business. Fuck you too. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Drop us some comments. Check out some more of our videos. We'll see you guys on the next video.